Welcome back, everyone, to UMG Sudbury. Myself, Lando, joined by Paradox from home. Paradox, it is now time for the losers final. Only 2 more matches remain, including this one. And this is going to be a battle between Earthroot Gaming as well as PinkRockstar. Not Stars, Star. I've learned to obviously recognize that as the tournament has gone on. But still, should be a very, very interesting match. Of course, Earthroot Gaming just had been taken down not too long ago by our team who's currently sitting in that grand final spot, actually being Era Eternity, losing that one, I believe, in an 0-3 fashion. PinkRockstars as well just got off a thriller Game 5 where they ended up taking down Issa team along with Anon and the boys. So that should be a very interesting match. Of course, our first hard point is going to be taking place on Retaliation. I got to know some of your thoughts coming into this match, Paradox.
Well, first and foremost, I do just want to go and throw out the Team PinkRockstar aren't the only stars in Sudbury right now. I want to congratulate Mr. Scott Burns for winning, of course, the NHL tournament that was going down in Sudbury as well. But my thoughts going into this series are really for PinkRockstar. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but we need to see that teamwork. That Game 5, look, you had a huge performance from Lurin. The rest of the team a little bit slow to the party. Yeah. They all need to perform here. For Earthroot, this is a team, once I've said it before, you get them set up, have them be able to sort of win these long rotation battles, they will be able to really sort of take control of a hardpoint game. So looking at Retaliation, the stage is set, the map is underway.
Yeah, and Hawk actually had the, as he will get met for the first blood, actually had the sniper rifle out, the longbow at range coming in from Grave is, it's a likely place for him to fall, due to the fact of course, having the longbow out. Not going to work out for him too well, as Earthroot Gaming have officially taken over this hardpoint for right now, completely overwhelming the side of PR. Of course, we'll see how they do respond. Hawk's officially swapped back to a normal weapon, so probably going to feel more at home when it comes down to this map. Now, I know, Paradox, we have talked about the performance that the PinkRockstar team needs to have. Lurid has had an all-star performance, definitely, in my opinion, probably one of the biggest, if not the MVP of this tournament for sure. But we talked about Hawk. Didn't have the greatest performance when it came down to their Scorch. Whenever they were facing off against Issa team, didn't play well whatsoever. And now this is a map where he's definitely going to be a lot more well-fitted toward. This is a map where you're going to see K-bars, MV4s. It plays completely opposite, really, to how Scorch plays. A lot more long lines of sight, without question. And I'm curious to see how Hawk's production does grab or go whenever he does have that weapon of choice, which is the MV4.
And you have him set up inside a bedroom, which can be a little bit of a tricky spot. Arguably want to have that plat control, which they just lost, but looks like Hawk might help them fight back. Unfortunately, 2 guns aiming right at him for Earthroot. He will meet his end, and it's a really nice play from Earthroot. Looks like they were going to try and get the jump really fast with that market control for PinkRockstar. It's going to be a doozy to break. Shot gets a couple of shots down range. Just has to back out after doing some damage. PinkRockstar look like they're not going to settle for this. They want control of the hill. But where Marks is like, hey, nah, all 3 of you guys, you're going down to the grave. And now that opens up the back of the map for Earthroot to rotate over towards Cathedral.
They do great communication coming out of Earthroot, and actually learned some information actually during our commercial break as far as interviews are concerned. I believe it's the where Earthroot is centered, was actually Quebec is the only bilingual, I want to say, province in all of Canada. So of course, using the French as well as the English speaking to most likely try and gain the lead that they currently do possess, as they will be grabbing the scrap points, is PinkRockstar, of course, already being on the rotation toward Cathedral. We'll talk about this one. It could be a Money Hill Paradox, of course, as well as the next one over in Broken Building. This is the time where we can see PinkRockstars make the comeback, or see Earthroot, without question, take a huge advantage.
These are those swing hard points, right? That 2-3, it can be really difficult to set up, but if you are able to set up and approach these hard points appropriately, then you are rewarded on the scoreboard for sure. And that's what we see so far out of Earthroot. Shots ends up going down. So with Bristol able to pick that one up, they're still a little bit clear to walk away with the majority of this time. PinkRockstar will be able to get this break as long as Bristol doesn't just take out player after player, and Bristol might make me shut up because he's already taken out one. There's still going to be a 2-man push here. Looks like he's going to be able to isolate one, wants to end that one, but gets out of dodge, stays alive just for now. Meanwhile, teammate Shots already set up here on the back dock. He's going to get pushed by one, and he wins that one. The nice drop shot out of Shots to secure the early time here on Broken Building.
Nice consistency being shown out from the side of Earthroot. Of course, Remark having a big game, at least up into the first few engagements, 11-6 for him. You see the overall consistency from Earthroot definitely kind of putting them at a massive advantage right now over PinkRockstar. I feel like we'll be saying that throughout a lot of this series. They are currently locking down Destroyed Building. 3 do go down. Lurid, the last alive. The first time I've seen him negative in a very, very long time. as he's also going to drop toward the end of that bridge. And Earthroot Gaming making this one look even more out of their way, as they've just passed that 120-second mark. And PinkRockstar, they haven't even reached the 40-second mark yet, Paradox. They've got streaks, and they're getting close to their payloads as well.
This is getting a little bit scary. Heiza gets out of dodge, but finally, a little bit of breathing room for PinkRockstar. You have a 3-man push over towards the hill. Lurid finally gets some sort of touch inside, but Remarks is waiting right around the corner. The push comes through. Lurid can't win the gunfight. The trade comes in right away. Earthroot take control of this hardpoint. They're going to squeeze out the remaining 3 seconds here and try and set up for the hotel hallway, where they will meet 2 players for PinkRockstar right off the bat. And you saw Chad coming through with the MG4, picking up 1 in close range.
Indeed he does. So PinkRockstar finally getting some time on the board. Much needed time, to say the least. Of course, grabbing the last few seconds when it came down to destroyed building and rotating here over toward hotel hallway. Chad, receiving the first few seconds, decides to back up, let Hawk take some of that time off of his hands. Of course, pulling out the E-Rad right now. Good strategy when it comes down to this hotel hallway. Hawk trying to adapt to the game style. Unfortunately, will drop just toward his side. Earthroot Gaming now in prime condition, or really possession right now of this hard point. And Shot firing a few excess ones. Starting to back up. Does have that scarab in his back pocket if he vents to use it. Wouldn't be a bad strategy, especially to the fact that he's getting very close to some more of those streaks as well. I'm looking at that Trinity rocket. 156, getting closer to getting over a 100-point advantage right now for Earthroot. Nice turn on there from Shot. Hits that one. 4 spree for him, 3 spree for Bristol. And it's going to continue. Overall, as a team, an 8 kill streak. Beautiful play there from them, as the rotation will end back here toward middle. It's a 100-point lead right now for Earthroot.
Finally, Bristol ends up falling off that streak, but I want to see what he does off of the respawn, because this bridge, wide open, other team has control. This is a prime opportunity to bring out that Trinity rocket. Looks like instead going to work a pinch with this team, and there's your opening. Hawk already going down, and now the aerial support will follow. The Trinity rocket only picking up 1, but it's more than enough for his teammates to get a little breathing room towards that hard point.
If you take a look at those scorecards right now, definitely reflecting of the scoreboard, as it is Bristol currently sitting at 15 and 7, 10 and 9 for Heiza, 14 and 8 for Shot, and we're at the top Remark 20 and 14. You look at PinkRockstar, 17 and 15 for Lurid, but 5 and 16 for Bed, 9 and 16 for Hawk, 8 and 14 for Chad. Lurid's doing his best, man, but he can't do enough. It's just, you can't win a constant 1v4, especially when it comes in a hard point. Search and destroy, maybe. It's obviously very rare that we do see that happen, but it's a team game, and Earthroot's definitely showing us why that is.
Take a look. Speaking of Earthroot, they're going to have a little bit of a problem with Lurid here on their back line. It's a 1v1, able to take out Remarks. So now he's free to move into bedroom, out to give his team some sort of support inside of the hardpoint. They are able to hold on to their control here on lower street, but Lurid is in no man's land right now. Pretty much stuck towards the scaffolding, pulls out the K-bar, wins the duel, but ends up dropping right when his teammates are getting there to try and him out. And it looks like PinkRockstar might win out with the trades inside of the hardpoint, and that will be the case. They have control of bikes, they have control of the lower street. Only thing missing is that plat control, and with Lurid set up inside a hotel, they're going to have that too.
They do rotation, get ready to come in. Lurid trying to hold down that middle position, able to at least make slight work of 1. PinkRockstar doing a great job at trying to bring their way back into this one, but is the lead too big is the question as Shot finds 2. Those are 2 huge kills, especially with the fact of where they could be spawning at. As they're going to be spawning on the complete opposite side of the map. Lurid has to do this one all by himself. It's like he's been doing it the entire tournament, trying to wait for Bed to try and join him in the side of this hill. But how long can he hold this hardpoint for? How long can his life be kept alive for? Bed able to provide some support for him. But here come the streaks. Priz earning those. Bed drops as well. Chad the last alive, and he's also going to fall. Streaks coming in. The rich are getting richer, it seems, as Earthroot are going to continue on with holding down this Cathedral hardpoint. Remark looking through hotel hallway. Priz continuing to go on a spree. 5 kills for him in a row. Shot on a 3 spree. 1 kill for Heiza. This is just looking lights out right now. Really, overall, it is an 11-12 combined streak right now, Paradox. I mean, this is just absolutely absurd what we're seeing from Earthroot. They have not died in a while.
This is beautiful hardpoint play, and look at this. Once again, sort of this transfer of momentum that I've talked about so much. They're doing it again. They have all that time on Cathedral. They're already putting pressure in Destroyed Building, and Remarks just won that engagement to open up Destroyed Building for them. So, arguably one of the hardest rotations to make sure you get all the time on both. They just did without breaking a sweat. It came down to one important gunfight. They already had the pressure there, And look at that. The reactive armor, just the icing on the cake. 250 to 137. Earthroot going to take control of the series.
My. Just as we start to think this could be a close series, at least in my opinion, that'll be a pretty close series, at least a very close first map. It is the exact opposite. Huge plays are coming in from the side of Earthroot. Overall consistent play. Remark being a huge player when it comes to the slaying category. 26 and 19 for him, but Priz, 25 and 13. Also a minute and 30 inside of the hill. 2 minutes and 30 seconds there for Heiza. Overall, like I said, a very team-oriented game for the side of Earthroot as they do walk away with that victory. And toward the end as well, I believe that was, what, a 12-team streak that they ended up going on heading into that last destroyed building? I mean, that is absolutely absurd.
You have a combined 14 defends as well. Like, defends are sort of the odd one out that we normally don't talk about or get to talk about much when it comes to Hardpoint, but it's a returning factor with this Earthroot team. It's sort of a breath of fresh air because this is a team that sort of relies on their rotation and their setup. And when you just have that many defenders, you're sort of seeing the fruits of that labor pay off. They're rotating properly. They're preventing teams from getting inside of the hardpoint. And when teams are, they're making sure those spawns are staggered. They're making sure they have these 2-on-1, 3-on-1 engagements where sometimes you have these highlight plays come out, but more often than not, it's just simply not the case.
Yeah, and you got to be wondering as well after that last game 5, you know, just the side of PinkRockstar is that it's kind of like the gas out of the tank, essentially. They've actually faced off against Earthroot in their winners round 2 matchup of this tournament, and that was in which case Earthroot won that one 3-0. So will we see a duplicate of that is the question to be asking right now. I think we're going to head to a quick commercial break. Of course, when we return, we'll see Search and Destroy on Crusher for map number 2. Can Earthroot go up 2-0? Will we see PinkRockstar start to fly back forward? Lurid, it's up to you, my man. You're going to see what you can do. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to UMG Sudbury. We're currently rocking out to some nice earthy tunes between PinkRockstar and Earthroot Gaming. I'm sorry, I had to try it at least once. But, of course, we're going to hop in here to map number 2, Search and Destroy on Crusher. We just witnessed a pretty dominant victory in our last hardpoint there from Earthroot, winning that last one at 250 to 137 on Retaliation. Paradox, I know I've asked you to break down Crusher at least like 38 times so far throughout this weekend, but tell me a little bit about Crusher, and tell me, in some cases, how can PinkRockstar bring this one back?
So, really, my thing that I'm looking at for PinkRockstar is to optimize their setups to take those first bloods, right? Get those early picks. What Crusher can come down to a lot of the time are team fights around either of the bomb sites. With PinkRockstar pretty much preferring the A site, which is the off site in this case, they want to make sure they have a little bit of room to really work their magic around that site. You don't want to shoehorn yourself over towards B, get into a team fight where you have a player like Crystal and Shots who are able to really duck and dive out of cover and stay alive and possibly even make it into that sort of back area, and then you're not in the situation where you want. You need to make sure you work those picks and then move forward one step at a time.
Indeed. So with that, we've set the stage for Crusher, Search, and Destroy. Looking through the eyes of Shot, definitely been a highlight player for this Earthroot Gaming squad so far throughout the tournament. With potentially 1 to 2 more matches left, we'll see what we can do in the Search and Destroy. Spawning one. Not able to finish off on him as of yet. Lurid finding the first blood quickly, gets met with a nice shots there coming in from Heiza. Hawk still with the bomb in his hands there for PinkRockstar. Also a longbow in his hands, so a sniper battle. Is currently going down for at least a moment there toward middle, as he'll obviously reset. Does have that Hailstorm in his back pocket compared to the EMC from Shot. Both teams just trying to play their angles right now. Priz gets shot, and I don't know how Shot just hit that one. Chad, we'll see you later. Now Hawk is going to be left in a 1-on-3. What an incredible snipe that we just ended up seeing. But Hawk, speaking of snipers, is going to have to do some work with the longbow. 1-on-3. Most likely waving the white flag, but he does have that Hailstorm in his back pocket. We'll see what we can try to do here, Paradox.
It's a really difficult situation. Should be able to pick off one. There you go, Hawk. Finds the intro. Has Priz still waiting very patiently, watching that top bridge. Meanwhile, Shots will be watching you and the opposite side. Crystal might have just spotted him over towards the back. That is indeed the case. The kill comes in. Earthroot secure the first round in their favor. That's a round where I was talking about sort of working that first blood for PinkRockstar. They were almost able to do it. It looks like they were trying. They were able to slip in, get lured into you. He was able to pick up one, but he's traded immediately. So that is a huge part of your offense that's just taken right off the board. You want to get that first blood, but then you sort of think of the opportunity cost of that. What can you possibly lose in return? And in that round, they lost a key piece of their team.
Indeed they did, and it looks like Shot going to remain to have that sniper rifle out heading into this next round. Of course, his team now going to be on the offensive. They'll see what they can try to do when it comes down to planting that bomb. Of course, if you're just joining us, first to 6 rounds, best of 11. As Heiza trying to get that bomb down. Hawk already taking out Pistol. Right in the corner immediately, and Heiza's going to get met. Shot now, sniper rifle in his hand. He can't do much work there with that EMC, so a nice responding round there from the side of PinkRockstar. It's all a question of who to give that bomb defuse to. They're going to give that one to Lurid. He's going to obviously say hello to the nice little rocks on the bottom. But in the end, though, it was good overall play. Good retake of the site there from the side of PinkRockstar. And Lurid doing what he does best, man, at absolutely slaying out and getting the objective done.
This team really excels in those CQC sort of situations, or as a sort of akin to Luminosity before, it's when they're forced to move as a unit, then they're actually really scary. You're getting a lot of damage from Lurid, and then you're getting a good amount of damage from Hawk at long range. So then you're just picking up the pieces at that point. You know, take one after another. Speaking of Lurid, inside of you, going to try and work this one over and move in towards the A site. Will be the point of contention so far. It looks like this round's going to go down.
Did it well, so a free A hit, essentially. We'll see how Remark decides to try to make that one. Trying to add constantly to that. Looks like Remark tries to begin an engagement, just trying to spot any of these players just toward his right. That's beginning to come in. Those are with the EMC, though, and that's going to work out there for Shot. Finding that one, doing damage when he has that pistol up close quarters. Now it's going to be left up a 2-on-2. Make it a 2 prior. 2-on-4, turning it down to a 1-on-2. Hawk, it's all up to you, my friend. He can't get that one done either. It was a worthy attempt for PinkRockstar to try and lock that one down, but the retake of the site will come through. As Heiza is going to find that one. Also, major props to Shot as well. He ends up realizing that he has a sniper rifle out, but he still wants to engage when it comes down to being inside of A. An EMC at any range, especially against like an E-Red or a K-Bar, is never an easy gunfight to win. So props to him for finding at least one kill and grabbing at least 25% of the ones needed to close out that round number 3.
Good job there in giving over the defuse to make sure you're working over towards streaks later in this game. Great heads-up play as well as now Heiza sitting 100 off of a Scarab. Looks like Pistol's going to be the lone man over at A. Let's see if anyone pushes through all the way for PinkRockstar. Meanwhile, Heiza going to be on the opposite side of the U. Gets first blooded. Pistol reacts, but is not able to move in time. PinkRockstar watching that engagement over towards the mid area. Pistol tries to slip through the defense. Won't be able to do it. Oof. Remarks going to be shut down as well. So Shock is left in a 1v3. Picks up one, picks up a K-Bar. Now it's a doable 1v2 with less than a minute left.
Thankfully, he's able to find that K-Bar off the ground, so we'll see what he can try and do. If he would have had that sniper rifle up for just a little bit longer, definitely could have spotted Lurid there roaming toward middle. And the question is with PinkRockstar, they've got to realize that due to all those gun engagements having gone down, that maybe the bomb would actually be down inside of A, but regardless, they want to stick together as a team. We've talked about that constantly in a lot of these clutching situations. A lot of teams this weekend doing a great job at sticking together when they do have the man count advantages in these clutching spots for the opposition. Shots being exchanged there from the man himself, Shot. Spotting the edge of that player, just head hanging out. And what is it going to do? Lurid, of course, coming from the skies, is going to shut him down there off of that wall run. As now we're going to be level at 2-2 as PinkRockstar grab this round number 4.
Beautiful. One high, one low. Lurid immediately moves after that sniper shot came through. And it's just a thing of beauty with both those players converging on one to make sure they are able to pick up a round. And that is your equalizer. Tied up at 2 apiece. Round number 5. Now getting ready to start. Doing a little bit of a check so far. And, of course, Lurid already has the FTL jump. 6-2 performance so far. Closest you are for Earthroot right now, I believe, is towards your FTL jump, although Active Camo comes into the consideration as well, both about 3/4 of the way to completion.
It is. We'll see how they try to invest their time when it comes into this offensive hit. Priz, toward the back, is going to realize that things are a little bit too quiet. That's about to change. Finds Chat for the first blood. Can he make it the second one as well? But no, going to get responded there. Nice kill coming in from Lurid. 3-on-3. They don't even want to get the bomb down. They want to continue to get this aggression going. But little do they know, the Heiza and her marker on the flank. Heiza actually spots one just around the corner. Can he finish off that kill? Yes, bed does drop. 2-on-2 now. Bomb still in Hawk's hands.
Hawk is going for the plant, and Lurid's wrapping mid. This bomb is down. If Earthroot just step it up and like push a little bit faster, then that was a guaranteed kill. The bomb might not have even gone down. Heiser, though, pushes out the wall run, spots one. There you go. Lurid now going to be left in a 1v2. 25 off of a Scarab. Bomb is down. He just needs to prevent the defuse. Not a lot of time left on the clock, which works towards him. Able to spot one. Gets out. Another one's going to challenge from the back door. Spots him, but doesn't go for the kill. Maybe he didn't see him, but now he knows he's there. Great play. Just gets out of dodge barely. This bomb's going off, and PinkRockstar are going to take the lead here in game 2.
Yeah, and Lurid, I'm not sure if he actually spotted that player or not, finds the kill in the end, but the FTL jump in perfect timing to be able to escape out of that gunfight, as he's going to solidify a round for his team, a round that they desperately need in the game mode. They desperately need these search and destroys. They're definitely getting outslayed when it comes down to the respawns, but if they can take these search and destroys, take an uplink or a hard point, they can be back in this series. So every round meaning so much, and of course you see Lurid 9-2 after just 5 rounds. Major influencer when it comes down to the games that we've seen for PinkRockstar up to this point. It will be Earthroot now on the offensive. Heiser with the bomb in his hands. Does have the FTL jump to work with, and based on how this offensive hit is going, they're going to feel very, very good because they just realized that we got a free bomb site to hit.
Oh, Bed is going to try and do something about that. There's your first blood. Long-range shots, takes out Bristol. Another one moves behind the box. Tries to snap onto that one, not able to do it. Kill's going to come in fast, quick, and in a hurry. Shot. Now immediately left in a 1v3. Tries to get the snap with the sniper. Won't be able to do it. Chad already defusing the bomb. And I don't think this kill's going to be able to come in fast enough. That is indeed the case. Bomb has been defused, and PinkRockstar extend their lead to 2 rounds.
Indeed they do. Great retake coming in there from PinkRockstar, so doing things on the offensive as well as the defensive end. Bed. Nice turn, and of course the call out coming in. This will shut down the man Shotzi. After 6 rounds, this is where we're at. PinkRockstar doing a great job up to this point. Of course, like I said, only payload currently on the table for either team is Heiser. Currently with that FTL jump. See how he bends to try and use this one. Little does he know, players are about to be right in front of him. Spots one over toward the stairs, gets immediately met with a nice team shots coming in from PinkRockstar. Shots being exchanged, Remark. Finding that one over on Lurid. It looks like the players from Earthroot look to try and re-engage. They might even try to rely on a retake, but Chad once more. Chad has the MV4 in hand. It's not the best weapon to have when it comes to these close quarter engagements. But Bed, his teammate able to do some work, so Chad going to get that bomb down. As he actually decides to go and back up, so maybe a fake bomb plant essentially. A shot gets picked off from the side, and now Priz also gets taken out, so PinkRockstar starting to put something together. Is they're now going to be on map point for this one. Is they're going to be up 5 rounds to 2, and Chad, the final kill cam, working things his way as he's going to find that kill and put up the side of PR 5 rounds to 2.
So I think what happened there was Crystal ends up shooting over towards the bomb site. So then they just back off the plant. And then since you're able to isolate one and take that out in the back door, there isn't much left to do but take out that last player. And as we saw, they're able to easily get that kill on Crystal. Now Earthroot, the back seat. They need to work their way forward here. Trying to force a round 11. They already lead in the series, but right now they want to keep momentum on their side. They have 2 players watching. Looks like now it's going to be 1 player watching a flank shot. And Remarks might come up huge here. Lurid coming in on the flank. There's your first blood. Make it 2 in a row for Earthroot.
Indeed, something's starting to work for them. Bad now. Shots from afar. Can he close out this one? But no, it's not going to happen. So Earthroot, a great job there at responding around a round that they have to win when it comes down to this map. You see team shots coming in there from both Remark and Shot on these last 2 players. Dead to rights in that particular moment. So with that, Earthroot, we've seen comebacks before. We saw a very interesting comeback involving PinkRockstar prior, where they were up 5 rounds to 0, actually. Of course, this is a much different situation, different team, different map. But will the result be different is the question. The shots already coming in. Bed immediately falls. Hawk as well. Trying to receive some shots. There's nades everywhere. Earthroot completely overwhelming the side of PinkRockstar inside of A. And now Lurid is left all by himself. 1 on 4. Making a 1 on nothing at that point. As that's going to be now 5 rounds to 4. Earthroot responding here, Paradox. This is not looking good if you're a PinkRockstar fan.
And if we do a utility check, Earthroot have the advantage. Hands down. when it comes to utility as we approach what might be the final 2 rounds of this game, possibly the final round. If PinkRockstar can pull this off, they need, you have possibly an overdrive out of bed, but there's no way unless you get crazy plays that you're going to get your active camo and your reactive armor. Meanwhile, Shots has the active camo. Earthroot have already picked up the first blood, 2 in a row, but 2 go down for them. There they go, 2v1. Hawk gonna be the last one up, makes it a 1v1, knows that the other player is here, but he has been shut down. Landon, we are going to a round 11.
My favorite. I love round 11s, and just like that shot, hearing the call from his teammates, NV4 versus NV4. He's going to win that battle over Hawk, as he'll be silenced. Earthroot have made the comeback, being, I think it was like 5-2 down, 5-3 down. But either way, they have climbed the ladder, and it will be PinkRockstar actually who are going to be on the offensive here. So that's a huge play for the side of Earthroot, kind of being blessed with that. They also have 3 payloads to work with. They've got reactive armor, they've got FTL jump, they've also got the most important one, active camo. Shot going to be in the back as they look to try and retake one of these sites. It looks like the the B hit is going to come into play. Hawk getting that bomb down right now.
Remarked in a position, might have to use this reactive armor. Say go for it, there you go. It's been popped, first 2 going down in favor of Earthroot. It's now been neutralized. Hawk though, now 1 more goes down, 2v1. Shot's gonna use the active camo around the site. You don't pre-pop camo. That's exactly what happens, but luckily he's able to rotate back, get the shots on point, not missing.
Wow.
And Earthroot come through, get the round swings in their favor, and with all the utility that they worked up to that point, they use it to guarantee a map 2 victory and put PinkRockstar on the back wall.
What a game of search and destroy that was, my friend. A huge comeback there from the side of Earthroot as they win this one in a round 11 thriller to now go up 2-0 in this losers final. Wow. And of course you see in the end there your final scorecard. Of course on the other end, Lurid at 14-8. I don't think we've seen him drop under double digits so far at this tournament in search and destroy. That is absolutely incredible plays to see out of him, as he couldn't guide his team to a victory in this one. Of course, from the other side, more consistent plays, 13-6 for Shot, 8 kills for both Heiza and Remark as well. So consistent plays when it comes into Earthroot. Consistency does win you games, as well as search and destroy will bring you victories. With that, we're going to be heading into an uplink on Frost here shortly. Before we head to a quick commercial break, I want to give a massive shout out to our sponsors, because this could be the final match of this series. I want to give a massive shout out to our sponsors, of course, like I said, Origin PC, Zowie, a brand by BenQ, Acquire Clothing, the guys from Eastlink as well, who were in that interview. Very nice to see them as well. CTV, Kiss, 100.3, 92.7 Rock, Stack Brewing, as well as Up. Thank you for your guys' continued support here at UMG Sudbury. Speaking of that, we're going to head to a quick commercial break. When we return, match number 3 in our Losers Final. We'll be back. Welcome back, everyone, to UMG Sudbury. It is Championship Sunday, and speaking of finals, we are in our losers final. Of course, only 2 series do remain, including this one, to decide who will be the victors here of UMG Sudbury 2017. It's been a fantastic event so far, and this series as well has been living up to its expectations. We've had some close games, we've had some close matches so far throughout the day, but in this series, it has been in some cases, not want to say dominant. Of course, it's been closer in that last search and destroy. It was very, very close. Of course, a victory there from Earthroot. In our first hard point, speaking of respawns, that was another W for the side of Earthroot as well, currently sitting up 2-0. And like I said, the reason why I bring up respawns is because, in my opinion, the loss in that search and destroy, in my opinion, Paradox, PinkRockstar's almost had to win the search and destroy, I feel like, because when it comes down to this next respawn, it was never going to be easy for them to win a respawn, but I feel like they're going to need at least 2 attempts at it if they want to kind of bring this series to at least a game 5, where search and destroy seems to be their kind of more preferred game modes. They lose that one after a massive loss. Like, they were up by so many rounds, and as those started to fall, I felt like so other chances in this series. So, in my opinion, I think we see a sweep from Earthroot. I think they're going to win this one 3-0, and I think we see a rematch in the grand finals between them and Era. How about you?
I agree with you 100%. Even if PinkRockstar come out and win this game 3, it's going to take a lot for me to have faith in them going into a breakout hardpoint against a team like Earthroot in the way that they play hardpoint. But let's see how it goes. PinkRockstar is a team that likes to play fast. Lurid going to take this high wall run on Europa all the way around, and ends up going into the gun of 2. It's going to be 1 down, but Bed's going to be trying to back him up here from this mid cut coming over from Ridge. Numbers advantage in their favor here around the dozer, but no one touching that satellite drone just yet.
Dude, they haven't got their hands on it for now. He's trying to change that one as he quickly gets met with the nice shots coming in there from Chad from Dark. Early aggression coming out of both these teams, but everyone kind of playing pretty standard up to this point. Drone going to be right behind the mark, so he'll be able to pick up that kill. First touch of the game. Be a nice little score there toward his streaks, just like that. 4 go down for PinkRockstar. Here comes the push. Coming right now through robots. Remark going to toss that drone down just to get a little bit more armor there. Tries to go with the 1-point toss, but no, gets a little bit too greedy, and just like that, the reversal 4 down will seem like a potential push there from the side of Earthroot is now going to turn into an offensive play for PinkRockstar. Hawk, the drone in his hands, has all of his teammates try and beat lead blockers forward. Just like that, Lurid doing exactly what he needs to, finding 2, but 3 response there. Hawk, the last man alive. Can he get this drone off? Tries to go for the 2, and no, not going to happen. Nearly a 2-point play there from PinkRockstar, but yet again we see another reset. We're currently scoreless, but we've seen so many attempts at potential early points going down.
Didn't you just learn your lesson? You just shut down a team, then tried to get greedy and go for 2 when they had a solid 1. It happens on the opposite side of the map. Now we have a duel set up in mid. Shots ends up going down. Looks like both these teams still trying to fight for some sort of control. Crystal gonna neutralize that satellite drone carrier. At least that was the plan. As soon as Chad was able to grab the drone, but moving over towards research, there are 2 players here. Nothing you can really do except drop the drone, and that's going to be a turnover back over towards the middle of the map.
It will. If you look at the eyes of Remark right now, player number 5 hasn't had the hottest start when it comes down to the respawn. It's definitely the main slayer when it came down to the hard point on retaliation. Just as I say that, he will end up falling, and the boys from Earthroot try and regroup as that drone does come back down toward the center of the map. Player number 8 shot now. Drone in his hands, having some lead blockers there, trying to get the first point on the board in this game. I feel like we've had so many opportunities for scoring, and it hasn't really worked out for either of these teams just due to the clutch defensive ones coming in. So with that, PinkRockstar betting to toss that drone down inside of blue. That's exactly where he'll be met in the end. Drone now for Earthroot, tossed back to the middle of the map. This has been an absolute brawl. In some cases, if you're going to quote the words of JR, slobber knocker up into this point. 2-minute warning right now in this first half of Uplink as it will be shot tossing that drone forward. Here comes Remark. Here comes the 1-point toss. Can it come through? But no, not able to get that one in. Work on your uplink tosses, my friend. Priz is here. 2 players in front of him. Has to try and stop this drone, but it's not going to go through. Another opportunity in this game, Paradox, where a score should have gone in, and it doesn't.
That's 3 opportunities right now. 2 of those end up, well, actually 4, because 2 of them end up being missed throws, and then we had 2 dunks that were almost guaranteed, but a clutch stop comes through both times. Now, Earthroot gonna have to take this one through Robot Pay. Only what's standing in their way is Lurid. Picked up 1, ducked out. Heiza following that up, and finally, we have our first point on the board. That one over to Earthroot. The easy 1-point toss is up and in.
Indeed it is. So nice shot there coming in from the side of Earthroot. On the other side, PinkRockstar trying to make something happen. Chad, just after grabbing that drone, does fall, and Lurid, the last player alive, is able to take out Remark, but quickly is foiled in his attempt to try and stop the push that Earthroot is trying to make here with just over a minute remaining in this first half of Uplink. Heiza is here, takes the drone, puts it back in his possession, tosses that one over to another PinkRockstar player. A little bit of tennis in some cases. Is Chad making his way forward? See what he can try and do. Toss that drone down. It's going to remain on those stairs for now. As we'll see if anything can come up. Let's see maybe a potential buzzer beater at the end of this first half.
Take a look. Looks like PinkRockstar might have an opening to grab the satellite drone and possibly do something with it instead. They're going to have to make sure they're able to move this drone forward, and as soon as they do, shots. Look at that patient play all the way in the back. Just waited. As soon as the drone was picked up, neutralizes 1, but still, the push is on through Pump's bed. Has 3 to deal with here in the base. Gets it up and over, but it's a little bit too far to the right. That one's going to miss again. Earthroot going to pick that one up off of the boards, and it looks like they're just going to waste the timeout until the end of the first half.
Yeah, sweat off the brow type of situation if you are Earthroot. A number of different opportunities where PinkRockstar could have and should have scored. It's not going to work out in the end, of course, as we're going to end our first half with just a 1-0 advantage for the side of ERG. So with that, see how this next 5 minutes does play out. Potentially, Paradox, the last 5 minutes of PinkRockstar's run so far here at Sudbury.
This is a bit scary for PinkRockstar. The good thing for them is that they've kept it almost even throughout the first half. I'm saying that it's more of a slight contest in the base and mid-map. Lurid, of course, it's sort of what you expect from him in the first half, 22 and 14. Wow. But on the opposite side, look at the production you're getting from everyone on Earthroot, with the exception of Remarks. But even then, he's hanging in there, doing his job right now. You get a little bit more from him. This is Earthroot's game to lose. And right now, looks like Crystal's going to try and open up a lane here mid, but only able to pick up one in the engagement.
Indeed. Blink is a team game, much like Call of Duty. It's obviously playing favor so far to the side of Earthroot, but we need the other star. We need the other cast to kind of bring things up. Bed trying to shut down at least a few players from the side of ERG, but it's not really working out too well in their favor. Drone now going to be in the hands of Shot. We'll see what he can do with the objective. See if he may be trying to get a shot off, but no, he wants the two-point play. He wants the dunk, and that's exactly what he's going to get, along with the kill on top of it. An MV4 shot coming in as that one's going to play off for him. He's actually going to be in a great spot to maybe delay these spawns from the side of PinkRockstar. They're going to have to be aware that someone is in their base, and they seem to not have that be, seems to be the least of their worries at the moment. And one player is going to wrap back around, Lurid being aware of this player, going to shut him down, and thank goodness he's there. Finds one, he finds two. Drone just toward his right. Can he stop this one as well? But that's the exact definition of what this series has been. He's getting the kills done, but he can't do it all himself, Paradox.
And it was such a nice play from Earthroot. They just take that little bit of time. That hesitation that they force PinkRockstar to have in the middle of the base just lets them get 2 steps forward with that satellite drone when going through the ice tunnel to make sure that 1-point toss goes in. Because how many times do we see that toss just bounce off of the edge? And even there, you see it happen once again. Just take it right through pumps. Don't try and go up and over. Just make sure you have a clear line of sight onto that uplink portal. That's another score, 5 unanswered from Earthroot.
Indeed it is. We'll see what PinkRockstar can try and produce. This will need a scoring opportunity at some point. Heiza trying to delay potential offensive push. Lurid coming from the side, trying to be an offensive front, but no, Bed isn't even using him as an offensive front. Bed says he's going to try to do this all by himself. Player coming from the flank. Chad finds 2 big kills, and just like that, the 2-point play will come in. Overextension needs to be watched. That's going to be due to player number 1 and player number 3, Lurid and Hawk. Lurid needs to try to toss that drone forward. It's going to work out. It's going to go actually in the side of Dark right now. Heiz is going to pick up that drone. 2 players drop from either side. It's a 2v2 gunfight. Chad now 1-on-2 gunfight. He needs to try to stop this drone. He does find that kill, so at least for now, that play will be delayed. PinkRockstar, they're able to get that dunk unscathed. We'll see what they can try and do now. The ball, by definition, is definitely in their court. Drone, rather. Toss that one down. Trash tries to re-engage yet again. 4 streak, making a 5 spree. Is going to try and free up as much time for Hawk as possible, but no, they're too aggressive. They try too much, and Lurid is going to rock the FTL jump. Goes for the 1-point toss, and yes, it's going to go through. Lurid, narrowly, just by the narrowest of margins, is able to toss that drone in forward, and now it's only a one possession game with just under 2 minutes remaining in this second half.
And now look at this. You have Bed waiting over by Stack Crates. That's another one down for Earthroot, but you only have 2 up for PinkRockstar. Bed trying to hold the forward progress, won't be able to do it. Now you have 2 that have to come from that circle area. Earthroot have control of Ridge, and they have control of Research. That's where they're taking this satellite drone. It's going all the way around in the hands of Shots. The active camo, perfect usage here. Takes as much time as possible. Settles for the 1-point toss. 6-3, 80 seconds on the clock.
And it just goes to show how good active camo is. Earthroot trying to put this one even more out of range. Right now, Earthroot, they do have the overdrive, one of the other best payloads in the entire game, especially when it comes down to uplink. We'll see how they've been to try and use that one, but not a whole lot of time remaining. Drone going to be in Bed's hands. He'll quickly fall. 2 players now down for the side of PR. Hawk, Chad up. Chad dies. Just like that, Shot's going to be on the wall run. He used well with the active camo last time. Not going to have that same luxury this time. Drone falls off the map. It's going to be reset. It is still a 2-possession game. Earthroot trying to lock this one down. Priz, if he can try to grab this drone with that overdrive, that would be big. Does he have any teammate support? No, he does not, at least for the time being. PinkRockstar, what can you produce? What can you make happen? Drone actually gets tossed there over toward Hawk. Tossed over toward Chad. Chad ends up dying. Hawk is now here by himself. Bed, do you have anything left? No, my friend, but he ends up dropping as well, putting himself to sleep, and just like that, that should be Earthroot walking away with the 3-0 sweep insult to injury is what it'll be. Priz rocks the overdrive just for good measure. The 1-point toss is going to follow suit, as that is going to be a victory for the side of Earthroot, guaranteeing themselves a spot in the UMG Sudbury Grand Finals.
Well, you hit the wall once again. Unfortunate for PinkRockstars. They were not able to take a map off of Earthroot. They were close in Game 2, but when it came to Game 3, this is a team that Uplink just seemed to not be really in their wheelhouse, and they lose this one 7-3. Unfortunate for them, but still, you get production out of the players you normally assume that will produce, and on the other side, another solid team effort with shots really stepping up to the party. 34-19 in Game 3.
Yeah, shot absolutely going off, but he wasn't the lead kill getter in this game. Of course, it was Lurid, 39-29, going out with a bang. Man, this guy just had an absolute incredible performance so far throughout this, or really throughout his entire tournament run. So, unfortunately, we will be saying goodbye to the PinkRockstars. They did their best. They jammed out as hard as they could when it came down to overall consistency. It just was not there for them. Maybe it's a back to the drawing board type of situation for those guys, but they definitely had a very, very solid tournament, and obviously you do end up finishing in that third position. Well, guys, we are going to head to a quick commercial break. When we return, we have the grand finals going on between Era Eternity and Earthroot. You do not want to miss this. We'll be back.